Well, it is the anniversary of me joining Earth. It's also the 1 year anniversary of me joining YouTube. Not exactly, but it's pretty close. So that means it's time for the birthday book tag. Well, hello and welcome to Creatively Torn, a channel where I mostly talk about books, but sometimes don't. Like I said, this is the birthday book tag. So I started my channel, I think in late March last year. It's pretty close though, so I'm going to say it's the 1 year anniversary because it's not like anyone was watching my videos in that first month anyways, so I could just delete those videos and no one would be any wiser, so forget I said that. But anyways, I'm going to do the birthday book tag now. So I'm not sure where this tag came from, but a lot of people seem to be doing it on their birthdays, so I'm going to add to that list. There's a couple of questions here relating to birthdays, so we're going to go ahead and get into those now. The first question is birthday cake, a book with a plot that seems cliche, but you adore it anyway. This one was kind of tough for me. I couldn't really find a lot of books that fit this bill. So the one I chose is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. This is a short story novelette maybe. I don't know what it is exactly. But it's a short book. It's a fairly basic plot, just about a man fishing, which seems pretty cliche. I would think. I don't know, but it's a really good story, one that I quite enjoyed. I think it has a lot of universal appeal, universal themes to it, and such and such and such. So, question 2 is party guests, your most anticipated book release for this year. Admittedly, I'm not all that into modern books, unless it's a genre book like a fantasy or horror or sci-fi. So I don't know too many books that are coming out this year, and certainly not ones that I'm caught up on. But one that I am looking forward to is Lightbringer by Chris Brown. This would be the newest book in the Red Rising series, which I'm not caught up on either, but at least I've started it, so there's something. I'm only one book in, but I'm hoping to catch up with the series by the time the book comes out in the summer. So, next question is birthday presents, a book that surprised you with how much you loved it. Well, I have to say this in like every video, but White Fang by Jack London. One of my favorite books of all time. I was not expecting it to be the case going in. I read Call of the Wild a couple of years back and I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. So when I read White Fang last year, I was kind of blown away by how much I resonated with the story and how much I was involved in it. So yeah, that is the answer for that one. Next question is Happy Birthday Song, a book that certainly deserved all the hype it got. I think this is mainly for modern books, which I just said a few minutes ago I'm not all that into. So this is going to be another classic, but I think it's one that does fit the question quite well. That is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. It's regarded as one of the best books, at least in North American history, if not the world. I don't know what the world thinks of it, but in the U.S. it's quite well regarded. I think the hype is deserved there. I read that first time in junior high, and then I reread it last year, and it's very good. So I think that one quite fits here. Next up is Happy Music, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. This is one I just read. This is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. It's got some awesome quotes. It's very beautiful, very universal, very, very rich story. One that I quite liked, and I may have uploaded a review of this or not by now, depending on how well the recording process is going. So, I don't know. And then next up is Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago, but you think you would appreciate more if you read it as a more mature reader. Well, it would have been To Kill a Mockingbird if I would have done this last year, but it's not the case anymore since I have reread it. So one I'm going to go with is The Shining by Stephen King. I read this in high school. This is my first Stephen King book, and I really liked it. I was mostly looking for the horror aspect, but if I were to read it again, I think I'd relate more to the more psychological aspects. I would probably relate more to Jack as a father, even though I don't have any kids, but I am more of that age, so I might be able to relate to that more than I did than when I was in high school. I think this is the last one. It is Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding period of your life. I can't really think of a lot of books that fit this, but the closest one I would say is the Harry Potter series. This is just about the only books I was reading around middle school and junior high, which was a pretty shitty time, let me say. I don't know that it really kept me happy or anything, but it was a nice escape. So that'd be the best answer I can choose for this one. And that is the last one. So there we go. That is the birthday book tag. Locked and loaded and finished. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know, but it's over. We can move on now. As always, links to find me on other websites are in the description. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. Feel free to smash that like button. I don't know. Squeeze the like button. I don't care what you do to it. But anyways, that's all for me. So thank you for watching once again. And the one I ended up picking is Old Man. Okay. This is going good so far.